to this beat.
It's that feeling you get when you know exactly what winning is. I got that snake in me, venom in the rim. It's that feeling you get.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man. I'm your man, Captain Will. Yo, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day, y'all. Every single day. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever suits your fantasy, so you can hear more of Captain Will on a daily basis. You're not rocking with the best. You're not rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Okay, we're going to talk about this situation that we thought was going on with one Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Lights Out Paopao. We're going to talk about Te-Hina Paopao. We're going to talk about Te-Hina Paopao. And we saw, with our own eyes, for the last few games, starting with the LSU game, that Tehina's shot was a little off. Tehina's shot was a little off. And we talk about the 5'9" senior from Oceanside, California. Okay. McDonald's All-American, 5-star recruit, all these different accolades, multiple time All Pac-12 first team, came to South Carolina in the transfer portal, number 7th in the transfer portal. And we saw her lighten up every arena she went into, shooting threes, floaters, everything. Te-Hina Paopao was just what the doctor ordered. And then she went on the slump. Little 4-game slump. And during this slump, like I said, started with the LSU game. You talk about 30 minutes, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Like, wow, 4 assists in a slump. 31% from the field, 23% from 3 over that 4-game stretch. Okay. And we was like, wow, what happened with Tehena? What's going on with Tehena? Well, and I told you, don't worry about Tehena. Don't worry about Te-Hina Paopao. Don't worry about her. She been shooting the 3 so long, she forgot how to shoot the 3. She wake up shooting the 3. This is what she do. She's a shooter. This is what she do. It was no inkling in my mind, no part of my brain matter that was going to say that Te-Hina Paopao should not be shooting the 3 ball. Okay? Should not be shooting the 3 ball. Because somebody predicted, I think his name was Captain Will, said that Te-Hina Paopao was going to go into Colonial Life Arena against UConn and light them up. I think I said that. I know I'm getting a little older. I know I don't remember everything that I'm supposed to remember, but I could have sworn I said that Te-Hina Paopao was going into Colonial Life Arena and we're going to do the damn thing. That's what I said. I said that UConn don't defend the 3 well, and Te-Hina Paopao was going to ball out. So we turned it to the basketball game. 2 o'clock on ESPN. And what you saw was Nostradamus, Willadamus, and Captain Will speaking it into existence. Te-Hina Paopao played 32 minutes, y'all. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, shot 67% from the field, 71% from 3, 5 for 7. I've been hoping, I've been waiting, I've been anticipating. Te-Hina Lights Out Paopao was going to hit 5 to 7 3-pointers in a game that matters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it mattered on yesterday. And she hit 5 3-pointers. There ain't nothing wrong with Te-Hina Paopao shot. Ain't nothing wrong with her shot. Ain't nothing wrong. The little slump that we saw in Te-Hina Paopao, it happens. It happens to the best shooters. You don't tell shooters to stop shooting. You don't do that. That's what they do. They shoot the ball. But even, like I said, even a little slump that she had, she still was rocking with 4 assists through, four games during her slump. Yeah, 31% from the field is not good for Te-Hina Paopao. 23% from 3 is not good for Te-Hina Paopao. But in SEC play through 11 games, she's averaging 28 minutes, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, only 2 turnovers. That's what a 2-to-1 turnover ratio? That's real good, y'all. That's real good. Field goal percentage in SEC play, 50%. 3-point percentage. Overall, in SEC play, 50%. This is what, with Tehena going through a 4-game slump, shooting 23% from 3. She is still shooting 50% from the 3. Still 50% from field goal range. In SEC play, and I highlight SEC play because those are the games that matter to me. Now, UConn yesterday, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. I love, UConn. I just love to see it. Love to see it. It's no love lost with Captain Will and UConn. If you've been rocking me for a long time, you already know that. You already know that. So to be on that stage, because she ain't never played against Paige Beckers. She ain't never played against Paige Beckers. She ain't never played against UConn. And she showed out. And you better put some respect on her name. You better put some respect on Te-Hina Paopao's name. You better. You better. And I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about everybody who has a podcast. I'm talking about everybody who has a microphone in front of their face and say that they're talking about women's basketball. Okay? If you're talking about SEC, you better lead with Te-Hina Paopao. You better lead with Te-Hina Paopao. If you're talking about accolades and you're talking about postseason awards, you better talk about Te-Hina Paopao. Because she is the straw that stirs the drink of South Carolina women's basketball. That's what she does. That's what she does. She's going to lead us to a national championship. That's what she does. And if you are the best player on the best team, you should win Player of the Year. And I'm saying that for SEC. I'm saying that for National Player of the Year awards. I don't care about no stats in that regard. When you got players shooting 30, 35, 40 times in a basketball game, that they should be the player of the year on an inferior team in South Carolina, they need to worry about who's number 2. That's what they need to worry. That's what women's basketball better be concerned about. Who is number 2? Because they're number 1, and there's a big gap. And then number 2. Because every number 2 team seemed to lose. Colorado, Iowa. The list goes on and on. Now they got Ohio State. The AP poll got Ohio State number 2. Ohio State is not number 2 ranked, the number 2 best team in this country. I don't know why the hell they got Ohio State number 2 in the country. That makes absolutely 0 sense. 0 sense. None. Whoever voted for this mess, this debauchery, this dumbassity of having Ohio State as number 2 in the country, and then the craziness of the AP poll, because I had to talk about the AP poll some because that just irritates me and inflammatory me. It makes me swell up and give me hives. You're talking about Connecticut playing the number 1 team in the country by a country mile. Playing Connecticut, playing South Carolina at CLA, and they lose the basketball game. Nobody had Connecticut winning this basketball game. Connecticut people ain't have Connecticut beating no South Carolina. So that was a game they were predicted to lose, right? And they dropped 4 spots for losing to South Carolina. So they stepped up to the plate to play the number one team in the land, and Connecticut still got the number one strength of schedule in the country. And they dropped 4 spots in the AP poll. What sense does that make? And then I look at Iowa. Iowa, the number 2 ranked team in the country, whatever, and they lose to a unranked team in Nebraska, and they drop 2 spots. Please make it make sense. Make it make sense. The AP poll is the most garbage poll out there. Garbage. Don't believe that crappy AP poll. It makes no sense. The voters are not watching the basketball games. There was a thing back in football where the grad assistants were voting. It don't make no sense to me. There's no way in the hell that Iowa should have dropped 2 spots, losing to a unranked Nebraska team. So if South Carolina loses to Tennessee on Thursday night, because Tennessee is unranked. Tennessee is unranked, y'all. If we go into Tennessee and we lose that basketball game, then I guess South Carolina should drop 2 spots, right? We should drop down to number 3. There ain't no way that any team is better than South Carolina. I don't care if we lose a game. This is basketball. But anybody with eyes will know that South Carolina is the best team in the country. AP poll sucks. Yeah, it does. Player awards. I'm hearing all this recognition for other players. Te-Hina Paopao is her. She is her. And if she comes back another year, next year, if Te-Hina Paopao shows up and says, yo, in April, she said, I ain't going to W. I'm coming back to South Carolina next year. There better be a whole bunch of commercials talking about Te-Hina Paopao leading up into the next season. There better be a whole bunch of commercials, because all I saw was some Angel Reese and some Caitlin Clark and some Paige Beckers and all this stuff. Hey, Paige Beckers, preseason All-American, and she ain't playing in a year and a half. Come on, bro. Te-Hina Paopao does a little bit of everything, and she does a little bit of everything very well. We can talk about assists. South Carolina's 10th in the country in assists. Okay? 10th in the country. And a part of that 10th in the country is because of Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Paopao averaged about 4.5 assists a basketball game. Enough is not talked about Tehena and her playmaking. Love what they talk about. All thing you talk about with Te-Hina Paopao is about 3-point shooting. No. She is a really good point guard and a great passer to go along with her shooting ability. That's what she does. And she plays defense. So she a big part of us getting being 10th in the country in assists to go along with Raven Johnson. Okay, that's a big part of it. But we can talk about being number 3 in the country in 3-point shooting. Number 3 in the country in 3-point shooting 41% from the 3. It's best in South Carolina history. Te-Hina Paopao is great at shooting the 3. That goes hand in hand. She was a hired gun to come to South Carolina to shoot that ball. And that's what she's been doing. There ain't no secret to why we number 3 in the country. It's because of Te-Hina Paopao. That's why. Other players has improved. Bree Hall's 3 has improved. Raven Johnson's 3 has improved. Tessa Johnson is showing why she was the number 1 prep shooter in high school shooting the 3 ball. It's showing it. But make no mistake, that number 3 ranking is because of Te-Hina Paopao from Oceanside, California. Make no mistake about that. And we get stats about the field goal percentage. We can talk about the field goal percentage of South Carolina, number 1 in the country, field goal percentage. And that takes, she's shooting over 50% from the field. Paopao, helping that number. 11th in 2-point percentage? Paopao, helping that number as well. Put some respect on this girl's name. Put some respect. Because that girl, she is the truth. The truth. And not because she just went off yesterday. Not because she just went off and hit 5 3-pointers, which matched Caitlin Clark's 5 3-pointers, but Caitlin Clark shot 15 threes to get it. To get it, she shot 7 times and hit 5 3-pointers. I ain't seen no Sports Center special on Te-Hina Paopao. Did y'all? Because I ain't seen it. I ain't seen no interview talking about Te-Hina Paopao is the best shooter in the country. I ain't seen none of that. I guess you need to shoot 15, 17 3-pointers in a basketball game in order for that, for her to get that type of recognition. And then go back on defense and not play no defense. And then you'll get talked about. But Te-Hina Paopao plays defense, and she can shoot the ball, and she can pass the ball, and she's playing for the #1 team in the country that resides in South Kakalaki, the home of pig feet and sweet tea. This girl is the truth, and it is a blessing that she is here at the University of South Carolina. It's a blessing. Could have went anywhere in the world. And she decided to come over to South Carolina, improve her defense, improve her draft stock, play for a champion in Dawn Staley. Come on. Put some respect on this girl's name. And her name is Te-Hina Paopao. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like it, share it, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts. Like I said before, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe to your man, Captain Will. Become a member of my team. Go to my YouTube channel, click on membership, click on join. It's all there. You're now rocking with the best, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best. You're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.